That is the overall pulse.
Yeah, going live now. All right, news coming in from the Chennai Super Kings camp. Yes, we're a decent duration away as far as the 2024 edition of the IPL is concerned. But one of the key players as far as CSK are concerned, as far as the core team is concerned, Ben Stokes, there is a big update coming on his participation in the 2024 edition of the IPL. Ben Stokes, remember, he came out of retirement to take part in the recently concluded ODI World Cup. Didn't have an ideal tournament, so to say. Wasn't seen bowling at all because of the knee troubles. With the bat as well, didn't have an ideal tournament, barring a couple of decent knocks. Otherwise, wasn't quite able to make the impression that a clutch player like Ben Stokes is expected to make. But as far as CSK now are concerned, while there were rumors that were earlier, or rather I should say reports that were earlier doing the rounds just about a couple of days back, we are at Sports Today told you that he could be one of the 5 players that CSK are looking to offload as far as the upcoming auctions is concerned. Now it turns out the CSK franchise have made an official statement now as far as availability of Ben Stokes for the upcoming season is concerned, and it turns out that Ben Stokes himself has made himself unavailable for the 2024 edition of the IPL. That still does mean that the franchise could go ahead and offload him if they feel like it in the auctions which is supposed to take place in a few weeks from now. And what that could mean is that CSK will get an added boost of about 16.25 crores that they paid for the services of Ben Stokes earlier last year in the mega auction. So that'll give the CSK purse a big boost. Of course, they can go around shopping for players, rather multiple players in that particular budget. Ben Stokes was anyway not seen playing for CSK a lot last year. He, remember, didn't start the season because of injuries. Then had some toe trouble, I remember, while he did play a couple of those games. So again, that toe trouble had then sidelined him, and again after that we saw him not taking part in the CSK title winning team last year. His role was very limited. So perhaps CSK now could going forward as well, they already know, let's say, how to plan without Ben Stokes. So sans Ben Stokes, how this team will go forward is something we'll have to wait and watch in the auction. What's the strategy of this CSK franchise could be, which other all-rounders could now they be looking at, because Ben Stokes wasn't anyway giving them much with the ball either last year. For that matter, wasn't even available for the most part of last year. As far as Ben Stokes is concerned, remember, there is a 5-match series that is coming up between India and England. It will be taking place in February next year. Again, that's happening ahead of the IPL. Ben Stokes has taken this call because we're expecting him to undergo a knee surgery, which he's been delaying for quite some time now. He had an option to probably go take that surgery, undergo that surgery after the Ashes got over, but he didn't do that. He made himself available, came out of retirement, played the ODI World Cup for England, and now it's being understood that Ben Stokes could be undergoing that surgery very soon, and what that will mean is that he misses out on some action over the next couple of months. But the understanding right now also is that perhaps that surgery could be further delayed because you've got the series coming up between India and England in February. If he undergoes that surgery after that period, that completely rules him out of IPL 2024, and perhaps that could be the timeline as far as Ben Stokes is concerned going forward. So no Ben Stokes for CSK in the next year's edition of the IPL. In case you're joining us right now, Ben Stokes has made himself unavailable for IPL 2024. The franchise Chennai Super Kings have gone ahead and made a statement saying that there is a 5-match series between India and England that's taking place. Ben wants to focus on that, and also the fact that there is a surgery that he is planning, which is why for those reasons he will not be participating in the 2024 edition of the IPL, and he's made himself unavailable for that particular reason. Freaking Awesome is asking, are we going live prior to the match? Yes, Freaking Awesome, as always, we will be live trying to build up to that particular match. Not just prior to the match, in fact, the midway stage of the match as well, we'll be live dissecting the first innings. And at Sports Day, we'll do the post-match analysis as well. Suri's asking... Yes, Suri, we have pointed that out. Not the best of behavior from the Indian fans. That's no way of venting out anger. No fault of the family members. We pointed out. Please watch the dugout that we do. We've touched upon that particular subject as well as to how unbecoming it's been of the Indian fans to be reacting the way that they have after that loss against Australia in the World Cup final. So delighted as always to take all your questions, but the discussions will continue later in the evening as well as we build up to the first T20I between India and Australia taking place in Visakhapatnam, the first of the 5 T20Is. You know your destination. Do tap the bell icon so that you know when we go live, and also in case you haven't already done so, do subscribe to Sports Day, because we love building up to not just the India matches, but of course everything happening in and around the world of sport. We love covering that for you. So thank you so much.